When I got home tonight, I found a dead body watching my television.
There was no bullet hole, there was no blood.
I want to keep this quiet for 24 hours.
Failure to report a crime is a violation of the law.
You didn't know the body was going to disappear.
So you reported a woman missing?
Missing persons. This is a homicide.
Your alibi for last Friday night stinks.
I have nothing to say to you.
Do you intend to tell me who that man is?
I'll have to ask that you two keep my identity to yourself.
Hunter?
You know, why is it all of a sudden I get the feeling we're in the big time here? Works for me.
Blade entered between the second and third ribs, straight into the heart.
Kitchen knife, jackknife, bowie knife, pen knife. What kind of knife we got here, Bunny?
My guess is a stiletto, one-purpose knife. Purpose being to kill people. Wielded by an expert.
I'll call you later, Barney. Thanks.
Right.
His name is John Humphreys, home address Santa Clara, California, and the motive was not robbery. Take a look at that.
What'd the proprietor say?
She just said the room was rented by a man. That's all she knew.
That's all she knew. Didn't she get a description of the guy?
No. Come on, I want to show you something. Mrs. Wallace, the proprietor, says that the window in the front is left dark on purpose. Renter comes in, pays in cash, of course, signs a card, Brown or Smith. He's got 2 hours to use the room. Always leaves a question about the license number blank. She takes the card, tosses it in the box, and that's it.
Can't she tell us who signed the card for room number 6?
She had 3 cards for room number 6 last night. None of them were signed John Humphreys. We do have all 3, so at least we can check them for prints. Go ahead, take a look.
Interesting, huh?
You people are running a police state. You're turning the entire city into a police state.
That's right, Mr. Bahona.
You got laws for everything under the sun. When to go to sleep, when to get up, or when to eat. Where's it all going to end?
In a jail cell, Mr. Bahona. Just as soon as I finish this paperwork.
No, I can't wait another 6 weeks. When are we going to get our own fingerprint computer anyway? Thank you, okay. Hi, can I help you?
Sergeant McCall?
Yeah, that's me.
I know something about that murder at the Motel Exotica.
You were a customer at that hotel.
Yes.
You heard something in room 6.
Quarreling.
Quarreling. Man and the woman quarreling?
Two men quarreling.
What were they quarreling about?
I couldn't tell.
Was your TV set on? No, I mean in your room.
Oh, no. You can't get TV on it. Just those awful pictures.
Yeah, well, what did you hear?
One man, he spoke very low, the other one louder. He had a Russian accent, the loud one.
A Russian accent, not a Hungarian, a Bulgarian, Czechoslovakian, but a Russian one. Well, could you tell what they were saying?
No?
Did the gentleman who was with you hear this quarrel?
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
I can't tell you that.
He a married man?
Yes.
And your TV wasn't on?
Never. We go there because you don't have to pay for the whole night. It's only $20, and we always leave before our 2 hours are up.
Going to have his name, Eleni.
I'll help you all I can, but I won't tell you his name. I love him.
Oh, look, Miss Suhonen, we need all the help we can get on this murder case, believe me. But how can you say one of the men had a Russian accent when you couldn't hear anything they were saying?
My father is from Finland and my mother is from Russia. I know a Russian accent when I hear one.
Two men have the television set on?
I don't think so. Well, the quarrel stopped very suddenly, and then I heard the door open. So I looked out the window.
What was your friend doing during all this time?
Getting dressed. The quarrel scared him. He was putting his clothes back on.
Well, what did you see when you looked out the window?
A man. He was big. Well, not like you. He was broad and heavy, but over 6 feet tall.
Did he get into a car?
No. He walked very fast out to the street.
Did you see his face?
Yes, the side. Well, the profile. And he had a beard.
Here's another one. Lev Bukharin, 6 feet 1 inch, 215 pounds, born in Kiev, immigrated here in 1969.
Okay. We'll see where he was Thursday night. Let's see what we got.
We want to thank you, gentlemen, for agreeing to participate in this lineup. We appreciate your cooperation. Now, if you'd all face to the right. Thank you. Face forward. Turn to your left. Thank you. Face forward. First man, would you step forward and state your name, please?
My name is Arkady Shishkov.
Thank you. Step back. Next man, step forward, please.
My name is Alex Turetsky.
Take your place. Next man.
My name is Leo Zukov.
You step back. Next man.
My name is Yurgi Medved.
Take your place. Last man.
My name is Jim Konchev.
I can't say yes when I'm not sure.
Miss Suhonen, it's okay. We don't want you to say anything that you're not sure of. But did one of them come closer than the others to the man you saw?
Well, yes, but I can't swear it was him. I just can't.
Okay. But off the record, Miss Suhonen, did one of them seem close? Like you'd identify him if the crime wasn't so serious?
Yes.
Which one?
The one who said his name was Leo Kuzov.
You mean Zukov, Leo Zukov?
Yes, Zukov. But I would never swear it was him. I couldn't. It wouldn't be right.
I have kept you waiting. I'm sorry. What do you want this time?
Well, we have some real good news for you. Our witness wouldn't ID you.
This information I already have. Why are you here?
Our witness is only 80% sure. That's why she won't make it official. You're still not off the hook with us yet.
Because I'm Russian? I'm anti-Soviet Russian, you know?
Look, Mr. Zukov, we don't care if you're Patagonian. Your alibi for last Friday night stinks. And your club, restaurant here does not make enough money to support your lifestyle.
Why do you come here? To try to frighten me?
Are you frightened?
I am this much frightened.
Oh, that much, huh?
Don't get careless, Mr. Zukov. We wouldn't want this to be too easy.
I'm right. You try to frighten me. So I tell you, if you accost me again, I call my lawyer. I call TV stations.
Well, I think you shouldn't call your lawyer. You're gonna need him.
Think it worked?
He's guilty, it did.
Elaine's pretty sure he's our guy. I think that's all we have left to go on, really.
Which one of us is going to Santa Clara, me or you?
You. I want to spend a little more time with Elaine. I'm not going to give up on her just yet. Hello?
Hey, are you hungry?
Where are you?
Still in Santa Clara. Should be in Burbank about, 9 o'clock.
What's on your mind?
Nothing's on my mind.
Yeah, I can believe that.
It's pretty original, McCall. Listen, I haven't had anything to eat since Moby Dick was a minnow, so why don't you meet me at Shea Mike about 9:20?
Hunter, I'm in my pajamas and I have some wonderful cookies here looking at me.
Oh, you want to hear my story?
Did you find out anything, or can you just wait till tomorrow to tell me?
Why don't you show up at Shea Mike and bring your cookies?
This had better be good.
You made me change my clothes and drive all the way down here just so you could tell me you've got zip.
Well, it seems John Humphreys is right out of family circle. Lovely wife, about 40 years of age, 2 kids, one at Stanford, one in high school. It doesn't seem to be any reason at all that he'd be out goofing around on her.
Yeah, then what was he doing down here at the Motel Exotica?
Well, you gotta admit that's kind of a nice little place for a secret rendezvous, isn't it?
I got a feeling the axe is going to fall.
Why? Look, Finn agrees that Zukov is our man, okay?
No, it's not Finn, it's Weiler I'm talking about. You know his motto. If you haven't solved a homicide in 72 hours, then chances are it'll never be solved. We've been on this for a week, you know?
Weiler's problem is he's not secure about the connection between Humphreys and Zukov.
What connection?
That's the connection we'll work on tomorrow. Uh-oh. You owe about $28, probably about $33 with tip.
Hello?
Yeah, McCall, I want you to go back to the restaurant. Don't go in. Meet me in the parking lot.
Hunter, I'm in bed. I don't want to get out of bed, all right?
I want you to put on exactly the same clothes you had on earlier. Now get there now.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
McCall, listen to my voice. Do exactly as I tell you.
Hunter?
I'll explain later.
Well, I changed my underwear. I hope that's okay with you.
I'm going to ask you to lie for me about something. But if somebody asks you to take an oath on it, I want you to tell it straight, you understand?
Oh, what are you talking about? What happened?
When I got home tonight, I found a dead body watching my television set.
Watching your... Anybody I know?
No, I never saw her before in my life. I think it's a frame-up.
Wait a minute, you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Whoa. Okay, so when we both go in, we're both surprised, is that it?
That's exactly right. Now, I went from the airport to the restaurant, from the restaurant to my house for a nightcap. That's when we discovered the body. Now, if it is a frame-up, we'll stop it dead. I'm telling you, there was a body in that chair.
Maybe she wasn't dead.
No, she was dead, all right. I checked. Maybe this is connected to the case we're working on.
How was she killed?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I didn't want to disturb the body.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
There's no blood. Maybe she was killed the same way John Humphreys was.
That would definitely tie it in.
You know, her arm was pinned into her side like this. Maybe to hide a wound, if there was a wound. Now look, I want to keep this quiet for 24 hours.
Yeah. You're my partner, big guy. That's fine with me, but what are you going to tell Eddie? Fingerprint Eddie? You got to go through this place like a sandblaster ASAP.
I'll throw a couple of things away till I was hit by a burglar.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah. Here. Take the key to my car. Come by tomorrow morning early and pick me up. I'm going to go through this place with a fine-tooth comb.
She didn't have any ID on her at all?
No ID. Just a black mole here on the left side of her breast.
She was naked?
No, she wasn't naked. She was fully clothed. The tag on her jacket, an insignia on it, fashioned in San Francisco by Mitchell Carroll.
What'd she look like?
Oh, beautiful. She was absolutely beautiful. She has a beautifully chiseled jawline, strong but feminine. She had big, beautiful eyes, blue eyes. No, the eyes are larger. Yeah, that's it. Spaced just right. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. The ridge of her nose was, just draw a perfect nose. She had a perfect nose. That's good. Sensual lips. Not so full, but finer. Cheekbones were high and wide. Her hair was blonde and long. Yeah, down past her shoulders like that, yeah. Right, there you go.
Does this really look like her?
Yeah.
Okay, what's her name?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope.
I now have heard everything. Hunter, I've been in this job for 23 years, and you know what? This is the first and only time I ever got a missing persons report with no name attached.
Mike, there's a first time for everything, right? Besides, now you can retire in peace.
Don't use that word, Hunter. I don't allow the word retire to be used in this office. I'm fighting them, you know. I got a lawyer. Hell, I got a team of lawyers. But don't change the subject. How'd you come up with an MP with no name? Who's looking for her?
I'm looking for her.
You are? Nobody else? Maybe you better fill me in.
No, I'd like to, Mike, but not right now. Just let me know if anybody comes across your desk that fits that description, will you?
I don't suppose you know how old she is.
Mid-20s.
Okay, Hunter, it's your secret. If anything comes in, I'll call you.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks a lot.
This is not cool, you know. Zukov is going to call the ACLU, the police commission, the Russian embassy, Captain Weiler.
This is our last shot at him, I promise you.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Talk to my lawyer. I have nothing to say to you. This is America, not Russia.
Why don't you tell me all about her, huh?
If you wish to question me about something, anything, you will do so through my attorney.
No comment, huh?
To you, I have no comment on anything. If you ask me time of day, I refer you to my attorney.
Well, you know, there's all kinds of ways of getting information. I think we got what we came for.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Zukov.
Well, looks like we picked up a tail here.
Well, let's find out who he is.
This road dead ends at the LA River.
Well, he sure doesn't seem to know that.
He will.
Hunter, he doesn't know what's up there. Pull up.
The license number?
Yeah. I'll bet you $10 the plates are stolen.
You know, why is it all of a sudden I get the feeling we're in the big time here?
Take your filthy fingers off me!
Well, you just remember who gave you those scripts, honey.
Don't you honey me, you pig! You never gave me anything! I earned this stuff! All you know how to do is take!
I take back my clothes and you ain't nothing.
Oh, yeah? You can have them!
Woman!
How did this guy sucking
Oh,
my
wait!
blood?
Relax. Don't you think you guys are in enough trouble as it is? That's a good point.
Hey, what have you guys been up to?
Now what?
A delegation from Washington just trooped in, looking for both of you.
Well, like I said in the call, this thing's bigger than the both of us.
We seem to be working on very little information.
We're not getting it.
Come in. Mr. Broder, Mr. Wilkes, and Mr. Watterson. This is Sergeants Hunter and McCall.
Hi, fellas. Sergeant.
We seem to have common interest in a certain Russian defector by the name of Leo Zukov.
Are you fellows with the FBI?
No.
Well, yes, we are working on a murder case, and Zukov is a suspect.
What makes him a suspect?
Well, a man was seen leaving the scene of a murder, and Zukov fits a description given to us by a witness.
Did that witness identify Mr. Zukov as that man?
Well, the witness said off the record that she thinks that was her man, yes. What agency are you with again, Mr. Watterson?
You can contact Mr. Broder through the U.S. Attorney here in L.A. Did your witness identify Zukov?
She didn't take an oath to it, no.
That's all you have?
Well, so far that's all we have, yeah.
The crime occurred between 10 and 11 p.m. Zukov said that he was in bed, alone, asleep. Do I have my facts straight?
Well, you got his facts straight, yeah.
You know, you seem determined to pin this on Leo Zukov. We happen to know that there is absolutely no connection at all between Zukov and this John Humphreys, the man who was murdered.
John Humphreys was the president of an electronics firm that made high-tech equipment.
That company has no defense contracts, consequently it has no national security significance. Now, what's your point?
Well, Mr. Watterson, around here, we try to gather up our facts first to decide what that point is.
Really? That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Now, we have no right and no intention of intervening in your investigation here. Now, Mr. Zukov is a Russian defector who is sympathetic to the United States. We'd like to feel that he's not being harassed because he's a Russian. We would also like to suggest that you lay off unless you have clear and plausible cause to approach him. Do you understand?
Mr. Watterson, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Seems to me like you have an awful lot of information that could be real helpful to us, do you?
No, I don't. And if I did...
I was about to ask the same question. Thank you, Sergeant.
Well, guy knows a whole lot that we don't.
Yeah, but he's not about to tell us either, so we can forget it.
Hunter, I've been looking for you. This guy just reported a missing woman that fits the description you gave me, right down to the mole on her chest.
Thanks, Nora. 3142 Park Terrace, is that in Hollywood?
Brentwood.
Ralph Skinner?
Yeah?
This is Sergeant McCall. I'm Sergeant Hunter from Metropolitan Police.
I can't believe this. I mean, I can't believe you got here this fast. I mean, like in 10 seconds. You guys are fast.
We're public servants, right? Can we come in?
Yeah, sure.
So you reported a woman missing?
Yes, I did.
What's her name?
Allison Cavalli.
And what was your relationship to her?
Well, actually, I don't even know her. I mean, I do know her, but I've never met her.
Well, now, Ralph, how do you know she's missing?
Well, I just haven't seen her around for a while. You know, night or day. She lives right over there.
Well, is that her?
Whoever drew this is obviously madly in love with her.
You know, it's funny that you would say that. Why would you say that?
It's idealized. I mean, don't get me wrong. Allison is beautiful, but these features are all too perfect. They aren't real.
Yeah. You know, I think you're right. I think he's right.
Hey, Ralph, show us where she lives, okay?
Yeah. Just follow me. She moved in about 2 months ago. She'd come out onto her balcony every day and just stand there, looking beautiful and lonely and sad. And once in a while, she'd read a book or she'd look at the sky. Never talked to anyone. Never went down into the patio and never smiled. About 3 weeks ago, started taking pictures of her.
Wait a minute, you've got pictures of her?
Here they are.
Yeah, this is her, all right. Can I have this photograph?
Oh, hey, go ahead and keep it. I got the negatives right in there.
Did you check with anybody before you reported her missing?
Well, I checked with the manager, Miss Donnellian, and, Allison didn't tell her she was leaving.
I don't know why Ralph called you. Allison is young and single and pretty. Maybe she's in Aspen or Hawaii. When her rent is due, then I worry.
Does she have any friends that you know of?
No, she was new to Los Angeles. She kept to herself. Very quiet, very sweet.
Oh, she didn't work?
She took a lease for 1 year and paid first and last month. This is really all I know about her.
If you have her last known address before here, it would be very helpful.
Yes, it should be on her card.
You what?
Well, I left the body and then I went to pick up McCall.
You didn't call it in?
No.
Look, failure to report a crime is a violation of the law, not to mention Metro PD policy.
Well, Captain, he reported it to me, and I'm a member of the Metro PD.
Don't give me that. So you didn't call it in, then the body was stolen, and you didn't report that either. Am I getting this right?
Yes, you are, but what I did do is the following morning I reported it to missing persons.
Missing persons? This is a homicide. Look, why the hell didn't you call me?
Captain, we wanted to get more information. Now we have more information, and here we are telling you about it.
And now we need some money to go to San Francisco.
San Francisco? But you were working on the Humphreys case.
Well, we are, but we think they might be the same case.
How do you figure?
Because of the body. There was no sign of strangulation, there was no bullet hole, there was no blood. Now, we think that she was stabbed the same way that Humphreys was. You gotta admit, that's a pretty big coincidence. We think that the reason she was in Hunter's house is because she knew he was working on that particular case.
But you don't know how she died?
No.
Well, he was leaving that for the coroner, Captain. He didn't know the body was going to disappear.
So Humphreys was from Santa Clara?
Yes, and Allison Cavalli's last known address was in San Francisco, which is 40 miles away.
Okay. Go to San Francisco. But if you do anything to get Watterson out here again, don't bother to come back.
Sergeant Billings?
Yeah.
How do you do? Sergeant Rick Hunter, LA Metropolitan Police Department. This is my partner, Sergeant McCall.
Hi. All right, what can I do for you?
Well, we're looking for this woman. The address on the back seems to be a phony one. The landlady never heard of her.
We think she lived in San Francisco despite the phony address.
Cavalli, it's an unusual name. It'll help. Where will you guys be in an hour?
Well, we haven't eaten since we got off the plane.
Tell you what, there's a place right across the street called McGinty's. I'll meet you there in an hour.
McGinty's?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Three minutes later than the last time we looked.
I just happen to think that, he's a good-looking guy.
So what makes you think he's single?
He's single. He is, I can tell. Look, married men are just, there's a difference. There is. He's single, I can tell. Can't you tell?
No, I can't tell. I'm not tuned into those vibes. The only vibes I get is that he might be a pretty good cop.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out.
Hey, how's the food?
Great.
Pretty good.
Good. Well, I found her.
What do you mean you found her?
She lives up on Telegraph Hill, Filbert Steps. It's an old artist colony about 10 minutes from here. I'm told she's there right now. If you'd like, I can give you a drive over.
Let's go.
Hey, Allison! Some people here to see you. These people want to talk to you, darling, but they're cops. So suit yourself.
You want to talk to me?
Could we talk to you down here, please?
Sure, why not?
You're all from the police?
Yes, we are. You Allison Cavalli?
Yes. What's wrong?
You know who she is?
What's happened to her?
Have you seen her before?
She's my best, closest friend. Christy Carlson. What's happened to her?
What do you say we sit down and get something to drink or something, huh?
How about over here? I'll make some coffee.
Then about 9 or 10 months ago, she told me she met a man. The man, as she put it, and he was going to change her whole unhappy life.
What was his name?
Well, that's what started me worrying. Christy got very secretive. She wouldn't tell me anything about him, not even his name. All her plans would be locked in, she said, in a year, 2 at the most.
I guess she meant dreams. She was always a beautiful dreamer. And one day I didn't hear from her. She lived 20 miles down the peninsula, but we talked every day. That's how we were. And when I couldn't reach her, I went down there.
Where'd she live?
In San Mateo. But she disappeared, packed a couple of bags, and vanished.
Did she have a job?
She was a freelance model like me. That's not a 9-to-5 occupation. No one knew where she'd gone. No one. I almost called in a missing person report, but she'd been so mysterious about the man, I thought I'd better not.
How long ago was that?
7 weeks ago. Now it's your turn. Why are you looking for her?
Well, about 7 weeks ago, she showed up in Los Angeles. About a week ago, she disappeared. A friend of hers, a next-door neighbor, reported her to missing persons.
But you came here looking for Allison Cavalli.
Well, she rented an apartment in L.A. under your name.
Why? Why would she do that? Was she hiding from somebody?
Well, we don't know that, Allison. Did she ever mention a man by the name of John Humphreys?
No.
Did she ever talk about going down to Santa Clara? Did she ever mention anyone who lived there?
No.
You said a while back that she was unhappy. Why do you think that is?
Well, she always wanted much, much more than she ever got. If she had ever gotten it, I'm not sure she... Look, I love her a lot. I hope you let me know when you find her.
Well, Jerry, I hope we get the opportunity to repay you for all your help.
All right, it was my pleasure. The story on John Humphreys just made the news up here. I'll see what I can dig up on Christy Carlson.
Terrific. I appreciate that. Thanks very much.
Listen, if you're ever down our way for business or pleasure, look us up, huh? We owe you one.
I'll do that, Sergeant.
Here. Office number's on the front and my home number's on the back.
Thanks.
Don't lose it, okay?
You know, Sergeant, every now and then I regret the fact that I'm gay. This is one of those times.
Well, Jerry, thanks very much. We'll be talking to you.
Yeah.
Listen, Jerry, I meant what I said. If you ever do come down to L.A., you better call, all right?
I will. I really will. Thanks.
Bye.
Get your scummy hands off of me!
Do you have to be so rough? Hey, lady. We're all in the same business, honey. You just got a long-term contract. Hey, sucker! You assaulted me.
All
You
I
are
was
gonna
doing
hear
was
from my lawyer.
Count on working good and go out for some fresh air. You said...
Sergeant Hunter just called from the airport. They're going to be another half hour. Would you care to wait in my office?
I'd appreciate that.
Real. I know you're kind.
Is it always like this?
No, it's a slow night.
This is double jeopardy. This is double jeopardy. Now, see, you're violating the law. You're the criminals, not me.
You were driving a white Cadillac.
I was.
A stolen white Cadillac, right?
I stole that caddy last week, and you arrested me. Now, ain't that right?
Sure is, pal. And you stole it again today, and you got arrested again.
And that's double jeopardy. You are one ignorant hunker.
Sergeant.
Miss Humphreys, how you doing? This is my partner, Dee Dee McCall.
Hello. Hi. I came down here, Sergeant, because, well, I lied to you when we talked the other day in Santa Clara.
Really? About what?
Something that happened a few weeks ago. 2 men came to the house to see John. They talked in his study for about a half hour and then left. John wouldn't tell me who they were. He seemed very worried and upset. That's why I didn't mention it to you.
Did you know their names?
They didn't give me their names.
Did they have accents, maybe Russian?
Oh, no. They were right out of Middle America. Polite, conservatively dressed, soft-spoken, nice-looking.
Was one of them maybe 40s, 6'2", dark hair, the other one about 35, sandy, real stocky build?
Yes. You know them?
He came straight out and said there was no connection between her husband and Zukov.
Maybe better invite him to lunch.
I think I'd have a better chance of getting one of them to go to lunch.
Could you stick around for a couple of days?
Certainly.
Your husband ever mentioned Christy Carlson or an Allison Cavalli?
No.
And he wasn't seeing another woman?
I answered that the first time we talked.
Yeah, I know you did, but I didn't believe you. So I came back the next day to talk to you, but you'd already left town.
My daughter goes to Stanford. She had a problem. I drove to Palo Alto to see her. You sounded...
Is that one of them?
I only saw him once, and it was up close at my front door. I can't be sure.
Well, just take your time.
No, I want to see him. Look at it face to face.
What do you suggest?
The ribs are good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we meet again.
Sorry, I don't believe we have met.
Oh, yes. You and another gentleman called on my husband in Santa Clara about 2 months ago.
You must be mistaken, ma'am. I've never been in Santa Clara in my life.
You are a liar.
I beg your pardon?
I said you are a liar. Who are you? What did you have to do with my husband?
I'll have to ask that you two keep my identity to yourselves. You'll ignore that request at considerable risk. Good day, Sergeant. I'll be seeing you again, Hunter. Soon. Of that you can be damn sure. If you'll excuse me.
Are you sure now, Miss Humphreys? Are you certain that that's a man you saw at your home?
There's no question at all. That was him. Who is he?
Well, I might tell you who he is if you tell me just a little bit about Christy Carlson.
I just told you I don't know that name.
I think you're lying.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of anyone named Christy Carlson.
Okay. We'll play it that way. You do have the right to remain silent, you know.
Sounds very ominous.
We said we were going to drive you to the airport. I hope you'll still allow us to do that.
So you can ask me some more questions?
No, the questions are over, Miss Humphreys, believe me.
Do you intend to tell me who that man is?
No.
Are you all right? You want us to pull over?
You were right, Sergeant Hunter. John had been seeing Christy Carlson for almost a year. Just a day or two before those 2 men came, he told me about it. He told me she'd gone away and he wasn't going to see her again. He said it was the first time he'd ever been unfaithful to me. And I believe that's true.
You never saw her again, huh?
No. She just disappeared. Ran away, I guess. So, who were those men? We made an agreement, Sergeant. You owe me this. Who were they?
Miss Humphreys, if I knew, I'd tell you, but I don't.
It's true. All we know is that they're part of the Washington intelligence establishments. We don't even know what agency.
I don't understand. They frightened John half out of his mind. I thought they were lawyers for that girl.
Did you ever meet her?
Certainly not.
So you didn't see her when you were in Los Angeles?
Oh, you are insane. Next, you'll be asking me if I killed her.
Well, did you?
L56, come in.
L56.
Got the morgue on the phone. Important.
Patch him through.
Hunter, it's Carlos. The body you've been looking for just came in.
You sure about that, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's her. But I think you're in for a big surprise, pal. Better get down here quick.